I'm YaYa, and I want to thank you for joining me today. Welcome back to a regular episode in the Beginner's Playlist, the best easy videos out there for learning watercolor. Today we're learning the dry brush watercolor technique, perfect for beginners. You'll see how using less water creates beautiful texture and depth in your art. Whether you're painting leaves, wood, or just soft highlights, this easy method adds a lovely painterly look to your work. Short, relaxing, and totally doable, even if you've never tried watercolor before. So grab your brush, blot it just a bit, and let's make some dry brush magic. Well, today we're going to talk about dry brush. And I sort of knew what it was, but it kind of went down a rabbit hole when I started exploring it because I had so much fun. I spent a whole afternoon just playing with it. So I just wanted to show you what it is. Normally when you paint, you hold your brush like this. Dry brush, you're going to take a little bit of that off of there, water off there. And what's going to happen is you're going to get this nice textured stuff going on here. So when you make, for example, trees, you can get some of that nice wispy stuff on there in your clumps. And basically this open areas is what the dry brush is. So that's what it looks like in a nutshell. You use the belly side of your brush. Some people recommend holding your brush this way. I can't quite get used to that. So I just hold mine like this and keep it flat on there. And that's what gives you that nice dry brush look. So I'm going to let the experts in the videos explain it further, but in a nutshell, I wanted you to understand what I was talking about. So that's what dry brush looks like. It can be layered. So if you let this dry and you want to put another color on top of it, you can do that. So the simplest video today that I have for you is this winter scene. And you can see I splashed green paint everywhere, as usual. This is winter scene. Very, very easy. All you do is take, I think I used my 1-inch flat brush up here. Where have I got it? It's hiding on me. Anyway, it's just a 1-inch flat across brush. And as you can see, that's the width. And all you do is make sure you've taken some paint off of your brush, holding it and going across, and you get this nice textured look. So taking stuff off your brush, I wanted to talk to you about. Here's what my pad looks like from practicing dry brush. And this is actually the second one. So you really want to make sure you don't get too much water on there or it's just going to fill in like normal. And what I tended to do was a lot of times, here's my texturing the colors. I would do my first swoosh on here to get some of that paint off so that I'm just left with the dry brush stuff. So just practice it. It's really not hard. It just takes some practice to get the right amount of paint on there and have it so you're seeing this. Super easy, fun to do one of your videos this week. This is a second video this week. He actually does 2 trees, one regular and one with the dry brush so that you can see the difference. If I was to do anything different on this, he paints the trunk first, and I wasn't a real fan of that and the way it turned out, but it's up to you. I did it how he did, or you can just start with the groupings of the leaves and then go back and put the branches in. So it's time for good, bad, and ugly. I want to show you 2 pictures. This is one video, and what he does is he paints a summer tree first and then paints the same thing as a fall tree. And my summer tree turned out pretty good. We won't say which one's good, bad, or ugly. But the fall one, as you can see, I had some serious water control issues over on this half of the tree. So, I confess I still struggle with that sometimes. This one turned out though. So this is what I talked about when you layer some of the colors. So there's some of the yellow green in here. There's some regular green, and then there's some darker green in here. All of them have some of the dry brush technique within there in different places. So I like the way that one turned out. That was kind of fun to do. So what I would encourage you to do is not just do the videos, but I thought, okay, I'm going to get creative here. So I printed one of my pictures from traveling. I purposely, when we went traveling last time, took pictures of trees. So you know the shape, you know what they look like, and I tried to find some that had some unique shape. So it's not an exact replica, but it was my dry brush attempt at copying that photo. I like the dry brush. Again, my trunk we won't talk about the trunk. But anyway, I like the way it turned out, mimicking the shape and stuff with it. And then, of course, there I was at home actually, and there was one more picture, and it's blurry because I was actually filming in the sky, but this showed up in it, and I liked it for this episode. So again, dry brush. My trunk is a little fatter at the bottom than the real one. But I was just practicing again, practicing dry brush, and then practicing dry brush for some of the grasses at the bottom. So find yourself some trees, any kind of trees, normal trees, fir trees, whatever, and go paint and be creative all on your own. So my last video that I'm showing you here is, I don't know why this really attracted me, but I really liked it. All it is a broken window in an old building. And I like the way the dry brush here gives you such cool wood textures. Um, that's all I have to say. I followed his video and I really liked it. So this started me down a whole different path. So I started playing. I honestly spent an afternoon on this. Don't judge me. I'm playing with wood tones because it was so much fun layering them, seeing what they look like by themselves. I guess I put it this way. Trying to come up with some old barn, old building looks is what I was doing here. And this one right here with this cool knotty look in it, that just happened. I couldn't do it on purpose. As many times as I tried, I didn't get it again. But I did really like that cool kind of almost circular. It looks like such a cool green in there. I mean, I could show you sheets and sheets of this because I had so much fun trying different wood colors and stuff, but um, it really was fun. So I hope you have as much fun playing with this as I did. So we'll really have to have another episode on this because we didn't even get to water, waves, and sky using dry brush, which I think would be really fun to do. But let's look at the videos for today's assignment. So on our best easy videos, the first one is just basically a simple dry brush technique. There, I don't have a picture from it. He just talks about showing you how to do dry brush. The next one is the summer and autumn leaves that I showed you, my good, bad, and ugly. The next one is the tree where he painted the trunk first, which I wouldn't do. He shows you a regular tree and then a dry brush technique. Kind of fun. That next one is the window, the watercolor broken window. Like I said, I had fun with that one too. And last of all was that simple sky with the blue dry brush on it and the text. Thanks for dropping in and learning dry brush with me. I hope you've had just as much fun with it as I did. So next time your brush runs dry, celebrate it. You might just create your next favorite texture. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep that brush dancing. And as always, let's close with YaYa's Irish blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May your heart be light, your colors bright, and may joy and peace fill you as the holiday season approaches. Until next time, bye.